With the start of the NBA season a few weeks away, the rookie class of 2023 is all the hype. There's no doubt that all eyes will be on the likes of Victor Wembanyama and Brandon Miller, but these players have been making a name for themselves in college.
Give up on that play too early. Has all kinds of space behind him.
Wembanyama, it's another jumper. Big time get as well. I know the Dallas Mavericks were really hoping that Portland wouldn't match that offer sheet as we see Brandon Miller with the three.
We often forget about some of the unknown breakout stars like Desmond Bane, who has certainly progressed his ceiling over the last 3 seasons in both scale and substance. But as the 2023-24 season rolls around, a new opportunity is arising for some of the underrated and occasionally perfectly rated players. Welcome to GameGaze Hub, your window into the thrilling world of sports. Join us today as we look at a few of the players you might have never heard of, who could be looking to have breakout seasons and play a pivotal role by the time the playoffs come around. 10. Tari Eason.
Arkansas invasion here at Summer League.
Head Coach Muss here with us earlier. Tari Eason sticks with the play.
If you look at Tari Eason, you can certainly find a workhorse who's been a monster on the O-glass for the Houston Rockets last season. He suited up for all 82 games and made the all-rookie second team while ranking number 1 among all small forwards in total offensive rebounds. In fact, Eason showed a massive stride in development, becoming one of the best lockdown defenders in the game and displaying the mobility and adaptability to guard positions 1 through 5. However, his enormous 7-foot 2-inch reach and enormous 11-inch hand width resembles that of Kawhi. Adding to this the addition of Jabari Smith Jr. and Apparent Şengün, and you can safely say the Rockets have some serious firepower up front. 9. Keegan Murray.
In his bag. Nice spy, Keegan. Relocates corner.
By now, Keegan Murray is no stranger to fans, especially the Sacramento Kings. The small forward broke the league record for three-pointers made by a first-year player and won the Western Conference Rookie of the Month in January and February. Murray also led all NBA freshmen in three-point percentage.
Smoked the layup, though. Sabonis in the open court. To Murray. Wet.
Keegan played a pivotal role in Sacramento, ending the longest playoff drought in North American sports history with a near-unstoppable high-arching release. With such a well-rounded game and a little bit of extra polishing during the 2023-24 season, Murray will certainly help Sacramento continue building off the successful 2022-23 season. 8. Troy Jones.
In the middle. Grizzlies get it to Roddy. Shot clock down to 1. Ties for 3. Bingo!
Whilst not a full-time starter last year, the Washington Wizards point guard will finally have the opportunity to become a full-time starter with the new organization. Having played a whopping 535 games for Memphis and Minnesota since entering the league in 2015, he has started just 17 games. However, fans have long been demanding that the sharpshooter get more minutes on the court, and having helped the Grizzlies to a 20-5 record back in 2021-22 as a stand-in, he certainly has a point to prove. In fact, there were games in which he'd averaged 13.7 assists in 30 minutes, playing on a shooting split of 45-40-84. But you can expect Jones to put up career-high numbers for the Washington team, which is currently undergoing a rebuild for the 2023-24 season. But what about a hidden gem in Oklahoma? 7. Jalen Williams.
Williams rumbling. Takes it home.
Williams is certainly one of the top breakout rookies of last season. Having made an all-rookie team in 2022-23, many believe the man referred to as J-Dub should even have been in contention for Rookie of the Year. You see, during the season, he led all first-year players in steals per game and was ranked 4th in points per game his fellow freshmen. Williams had the highest field goal percentage out of any of the top 10 rookie scorers. He's certainly shown his elusiveness and speediness while using his extremely high IQ to outwit defenders. With his cunning ability to navigate a path to get downhill and reading coverage has given him a massive edge, not to mention the fact that he can see over the top of the defense. If 2023-24 is not his breakout season, you can expect him to have a long career and become one of the most solid playmakers in the NBA for years to come. 6. Scotty Barnes.
No doubt Van Vliet inside to Barnes. Got the lay.
When you come out of a year after winning the coveted Rookie of the Year award as Barnes did 2 seasons ago, you have a chip on your shoulder. But having gone through a sophomore slump, Barnes still showed his versatility and jumping prowess, which would earn him that award. However, he was only ranked 25 among all players in total points scored, which still put him one ahead of LeBron James and Jason Tatum in that category. Barnes also came in as second among all sophomores when it came to points scored from the post, only trailing Rocket star forward Alperen Şengün, which is still pretty impressive for someone who had a tough season. Fortunately, his combination of strength, finesse, and body control around the post should ensure that Barnes remains a household name in the next few seasons. Many are certainly looking forward to his impressive dribbling combos and deep shots, catching the opposing defenses by surprise. But who are the top 5 new stars for 2023? 5. Jalen Green.
He's got a handful of points, an assist, a nasty assist, a couple of rebounds to start the game. Jalen Green, the floater.
If you love watching someone who looks and acts as if he's in total control of his movements, Jalen Green is certainly one to keep an eye out for. The Houston Rockets shooting guard has one of the most flowing motions and has quickly become a top offensive creator on the team. By combining his handle on a string with spectacular shooting mechanics and lightning speed on the court, he simply needs to be more efficient on the court to take himself to all-star caliber. Green did increase his rebound, point, and assist averages during his second year, but unfortunately, the deep range and field goal percentages took a dip. However, Green seems poised to add a bit more strength to his game, and by adapting to be more of a pass-first player, he will certainly put up some big numbers in 2023-24. 4. Josh Giddey.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no switch.
Oh, and there's Giddey with the triple-double as he...
If Green brings a solid deep offense to the court, Giddey can be seen as the complete opposite of the previous one on our list. The Thunder point forward does, however, get it done with his unteachable natural intangibles, including his massive IQ and craftiness on the court. While he's not the best jumper in the league, his unique dribble combinations make him reliable and solid on both sides of the court. In fact, Giddey knows what to do and when to do it, allowing him to quickly recognize mismatches and drive the ball down the court. With an unmatched work ethic, we are almost sure Giddey will put up some solid numbers in his third season, and thanks to his average of 19.4 points in 5 games for Team Australia during the World Cup, it will be exciting to see the progression of this young talent. However, our biggest hopes lie with the top 3 players on this list. 3. Rui Hachimura.
Russell, you know, when they dealt Durant, I'm thinking at least they got the best guy they could have.
Hachimura goes inside, reverse, banks it home. He's 6 for 6 off the bench.
When you have access to some of the best development coaches in the NBA, you certainly have a positive future ahead of you. You see, Hachimura has recently been spotted working out with one of the best player development trainers in the game in LA assistant coach Phil Handy. However, the Japanese winger has never averaged even 14 points per game throughout his long 4-year career, but half of these had been spent in Washington. Fortunately, his defensive rating of 115.8 equates to the 12th best among small forwards last season, even though he spent the majority of his playing days as a bottom feeder. But it seems things are turning around for the 25-year-old during the past conference finals, and was one of 4 Lakers to average 15-plus points per game throughout the series. And with the extra attention and time spent on him from the Lakers coaching staff, this could be his breakout season. 2. Cade Cunningham.
Look at the defense. Phoenix not allowing the Pistons to penetrate.
Cade Cunningham.
In the 2021 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham.
Even though Cunningham was the Pistons' first pick during the 2021 NBA Draft, he slowly faded during his sophomore year. Having missed all but 12 games during his campaign after having surgery on his left shin, Cunningham still remains a one-of-a-kind talent. He offers the full package for his size and score under pressure, whilst being a solid defender. Thanks to his ambidextrous finesse around the hoop and because he made it as part of Team America at the Americans training camp for the World Cup, many fully expect him to bounce back this season and perhaps lead Detroit to a solid playoff run. So with Cunningham coming back from injury, you must be dying to know our number 1 pick. 1. Austin Reeves. Perhaps Austin Reeves is not one of the lesser-known players thanks to his impressive performance for Team America at the World Cup. However, it is no secret that defenses have been targeting him profusely during his games. Even though Reeves might not possess the strength of many other players on the list, he has no problem putting his body on the line and will draw charges, having been one of the top charge drawers during the 2022-23 season. Reeves is already a fan favorite, but after doubling his scoring average during his sophomore year and then putting up 21 points and 5 assists per game during the conference finals, Reeves is certainly one of the all-time stars with some of the best potential in the league. But with AR-15 and company eyeing another championship and other breakout stars looking to solidify their names among the greats, who do you think will be the most talked about player by the end of the playoffs in 2024? Make sure to let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel so you're always up to date with the NBA.